What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of NA Leveling Journey. So we're back in Eastern Plaguelands here. Start with you. Been a little bit on the warrior lately. You may see a break in the videos, but for the most part, I'll still be uploading.
What do you need?
Last episode we got a lot of skinning, 81 gold here, which is pretty good. So we want to see, find a traveling.
Speak, friend.
Oh,
Go forth to victory.
what about this?
Greetings.
Huh.
Right.
What about?
Anu Belore de la Na. Farewell. Hey there.
What are you looking for?
You guys want to join? Maybe the guy all the way at the top. Probably what it is. Alright. Guess we're going all the way up there. Oh. Yeah, so it's crazy. Oh, what about this? A little interesting.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I figured.
For the Alliance.
A lot of AI sell-offs here. The market the last couple days. It's really kind of like this circular revenue. Thing that's going on where what do I have to talk about? Okay.
We will persevere. Remember the sun well.
That was good.
I have what you seek. Open for business.
Take a ride. Next destination. Okay, so we're moving on. Just as the AI spending and the chip valuations are absolutely ridiculous. It's not gonna say it's a bubble, but I mean, how many times do we have to see this before we get these incredibly overvaluations? Like it was with crypto back in 2021. A lot of that nonsense. Kind of the markets were selling off Thursday and Friday of last week. It seems like, you know, consumers are still spending. I don't know if I told you this, but there's like, it's like the top 10% of consumer spenders by net worth are doing the bulk of more than 50% of the spending in the market. So like if you have money, that's great and you can spend it, but like it's wild to me that 90% are not spending as much as the top 10%. Wild. Inequality is insane. It truly is. You know, gas prices went down. It seems like it's getting a little better in the short term. But doesn't mean that interest rates, the way it's going, are gonna stay any lower. It's kind of crazy, like the amount of jobs, like unemployment. I think the unemployment claims fell from 8,000 to like 208,000. So the labor market's not doing great. So the Fed's between a rock and a hard place. Do we raise interest rates because we want to fight inflation, or do we keep them the same because ultimately we want people to have jobs? So just with the nature of the debt they had, really putting themselves in a rough situation. So I mean, we'll have to see. Ultimately,
Very
crazy as
good.
everything can be,
Nice to meet you.
and the crazier it's
Off and
going to
away.
get, at the same time, you know, there's a lot of opportunity to invest in the markets and kind of assess the short-term volatility and kind of make you know, decisions about your money and all that stuff. But I guess really what I'm trying to say is truthfully in the short term, obviously there's gonna be a lot of nonsense going on. I'm not saying that I really am a proponent that you should be investing a small percentage of your portfolio to those kinds of plays. Because if you're engaged in the market, like and you feel like you have the information, like it's not a bad
I offer
idea
service with
to
a smile.
um
How may I help you?
it's not a bad idea to start thinking, you know, of putting a small portion of your portfolio into this stuff. I don't advise against that. I think that's realistically a good thing. This is the whole quest.
Get on with it.
Yeah, I mean a lot of things to think about. Just crazy stuff. I mean, I think treasury yields went up to about 4.5%, so that's pretty that's definitely higher than it typically is. A lot of crazy stuff. I was watching a video on China's real estate market absolutely crashing, which isn't really going to affect U.S. markets. A lot of U.S. investment firms don't have direct investment in the Chinese market, but basically what they're doing is typically in China, you know, like we have stocks, you know, we have bonds, we have all this stuff, we have real estate, private equity, we have businesses. Typically in Chinese market, real estate is like it was and has been the far and away number one investment. So people are kind of tied where ultimately they have to, you know, start investing in real estate because it's kind of their only way to make extra money. But it's wild. It's as much as they say that the Chinese economy and all that stuff is like, you know, catching up with us and they're improving, like they have their fucking problems too. So it's not like it's just this like crazy place that's just better than us. But what they do have is the manufacturing, and like I talked about, I think in the last video, I think I'm all the way down here maybe. Oh yeah. If you're making stuff, you have all the power, you have the supply chain influence, and you know it's why Great Britain kind of went down after, you know, we surpassed them out of the Great Depression. It's kind of similar, like it's ultimately a lot of it is you know, hey, we might be hurting in the short term, but if we're still making this stuff, you got to buy it from us. We're just gonna raise our prices. So difficult. That's why they're, you know, talking about the tariffs and whatnot and all that stuff. But it's not easy to predict. But there's definitely a lot of opportunity. China's buying tons and tons of gold. A lot of things going on. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it is what it is. Just do the best you can with what you got, and you know, just keep on moving. But it's just crazy to me what's going on. So what I do need is this guy, and then I need to protect this guess I have underwater breathing. I thought I had. That's a corpse. Where are these guys? That's one. works underwater. Good to know. The PvP, once we get up to PvP, so we're 43. We're making great progress. I mean, every time I log on, we're getting levels. I mean, so far so good. We're doing a good job. Slow and steady. Just a small bit of BOA equipment, but I mean, it's nothing crazy in the scheme of things. So okay, so we're good. We're gonna turn these quests back in. Get some XP. Other crazy thing is housing, like where I live. Like I'm even seeing a lot of kids my age not either going to cities or other places. A lot of the times because they just can't afford it, and like it's crazy because you'll have a huge age, gap, and you'll have grown families and you have little kids, but you won't have, kids in their 20s, 30s, around there to, kind of balance out a lot of what's going on. So there's a lot of, the best way to do investing in the market is to find a problem, figure out a solution to the problem, and try to be able to scale it. That's all business is. But, something like housing has typically become more of a problem to put a reserve in the interest rates because everyone's a borrower. And, you go back even a while back, it was a lot easier for you to put more on a down payment. If you've been investing in the market, buying a house is not easier, sure, but I mean, not everybody, most people are not having enough money to be able to put in the markets for that long of a period of time. Really only investing in stocks has become more commonplace for younger individuals around now, because a lot of the times it's just very difficult to be able to put money,
Interesting.
save money and
You're
invest it, and it's
Good day to you. You have a great day now.
but I mean, ultimately you just do the best you can. It's not a perfect world, not even really close, but you just try to utilize with the tools you have and try to make the best decisions with your money. And that's why I advocate kind of investing in those broad market index funds, because then
Well met.
at least you'll be able to
For the Alliance.
at least you'll be able to at least you'll be able to have money working in the market, and the future doesn't look as bad, because with inflation, asset prices will rise, and in the long run you'll end up making out. But there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of news, stuff to sift through. I mean, I think they're kind of sticking with the monetary policy that they currently have. I don't see any real changes coming on. But it's interesting. It'd be interesting to see what the Fed does, because they are in a really tough place. And it seems like with them not really releasing reports about their general direction nearly as much, that they're almost trying to keep that more under wraps to an extent. Get a dungeon queue here.
That's
It's a dungeon. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so back in Oldemar. There's no quests here. Are the highest level now. But we should get a level here. It's a way to break up the quest.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. Can't
I did actually get Ember Silk bags on my warrior. I have extras, but
That spell is need to
I
target.
just had to do it the old-fashioned way. Remember seeing like one leveling guide, whatever, and the guy had full VOA and like full everything, so like got costume bear.
Ready yet.
That was probably my favorite. Yeah, it'd be like this chick. Yeah, just full VOA, full. An Ember like 24 slot bags, probably whatever the wind weave.
Recharging. Can't cast
I don't know if that was my fault. This might be a level where we get another ability, honestly. Yeah, not for nothing. There's a lot of opportunities. Like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but you basically there's a provision where for her first-time home buyers, if you like, I'm not gonna advocate you going and buying like a full house when you first start, because what you can do is say you buy a house, say you buy a condo or a co-op for 250,000, and you live in it for 5 years, whatnot, and say it goes to 400,000, just say hypothetically. Even if it went up to 500,000, but in this case we're gonna use 4, you can actually deduct, or you can not have to pay taxes on up to $250,000 of gains, you know, on the sale of your first home. So what I would advise, because of time value of money, that 250,000 is going to be most optimal when you're younger, because you'll have more money, more time to let it work. So just something to keep in mind. You don't have to go in and buy a full house and whatnot. I feel like you have to have everything, all your ducks in a row and whatnot, because there's a lot of opportunity for you to just go start small, kind of keep as much delayed gratification as you can, and then, you know, from there then start to more develop those you know, develop your portfolio and your investments so that you can then just move into a house. It doesn't have to happen right away. As much as everyone says, oh, you should buy a house, buying a house is great. That worked for maybe our parents, but it's not the same world, you know, now than it was for our parents. So just something to keep in mind. Skin some of these guys.
That's recharging. Can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
See a lot of skin in here. this back.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, so we are now no longer rested. It's completely fine.
I don't have a target.
I feel like not, being a hunter and having more of an opportunity to have movement increasing abilities. It was tough leveling the dwarf warrior. I remember, especially when I was starting out in classic, when I got it up to 38, like, oh boy. Even just being able to buy abilities was incredibly difficult. Definitely like playing Pandaria. It was really good. It's very well constructed. Closing in on 44 now. Crazy. Not bad. Just don't need strength. Try to stick with
I don't have a target.
Oh, a lot more stamina. Scorpion scales not really gonna help. I'm just too good not to do this. Oh. Oh, the first time I wasn't attacking something. I guess questing. It's huge. More towards the end game for classic. I think it's moving along. I mean, we're 44. Not low of a level anymore.
I can't do that. That's still recharging. That's that ability isn't ready.
Not a bad weapon. Not a bad weapon.
That's still recharging.
Thing on the poles. I'm gonna be in Beastmaster is like when I'm gonna be in the Celestial Dungeons, they're gonna want me to dismiss my pet, so I'll probably change it. when we get to 90, just I have the least click intensive rotation spells. And I think what I'll do is I'll, do PvP obviously with the Hunter and Celestials, but I might record it, and then just talk over it, so I can just more focus on the conversation. I find it a little difficult sometimes. I just see I'll have like long pause where I'm like thinking about stuff. It's hard for me to
Don't have a
measure
target.
thoughts sometimes. It is what it is. It's a privilege to be able to spend a Saturday or whatever day and being able to play World of Warcraft in the grand scheme of things. God, so beyond what fortunate. What are we doing on skill? I think we're gonna be 290. I gotta level it up. So I think I'll head back to Stormwind sooner rather than later. Probably next level. As I'm recording this, France is playing England in the World Cup, but I do not have it on, so I'm curious. I'll check after the episode what the score is. I don't know what the deal is with soccer. It seems like Argentina's having a hard time against Cape Verde, and then all of a sudden they're just, France. Oh, makes sense. Or maybe they played England. I think they played England. I'm not sure. Crazy to me though.
I need to get closer. That spell is ready. I don't have a target.
Maybe my next, I might even do the full more BOA next leveling sequence, but I really want your guys' feedback on what you want me to level. I might do a Warlock because most Warlocks in PvP, like, you'll just see me, my ass go like 7 and 8. It's like a good round for me. And then you just see that Warlock on the other team, or even on my team, just go 22 and 0 with like 10 million damage. I'm like, whoa. Just so much damage. The damage over time is insane. Like, they literally made a whole class out of damage over time, and it's one of the better PvP classes. Didn't make the Hunter because I liked it. I thought it'd be fun. It's also like every time I'm in a dungeon, in a PvP, and like me versus a Hunter, if he's similarly geared, a lot of times I'm not, they're maybe slightly more geared than me, but it's so hard to get the last few health out of them. Getting like 15% when you get me.
That's still recharging.
I really want Pain Death. Where did that? I might even have it. I think I do have it. Just. Ooh. Might break that. I don't even see it. Going crazy. Maybe it's a talent. Maybe get a talent next.
Who dares awaken Arcadus? Who dares the wrath of the Fakers?
Am I going crazy, man?
Awake, ye servants! Defend the
A lot of
distance!
thinking. I say that like in World of Warcraft, I should know that, but
To my side,
it's like
brothers!
there's
For the Makers!
oh, here's Fane. Okay, good to know. Was that the whole dungeon? Be fun to do another dungeon. Oh. So I do gotta get the next skilling, let me get another level. I might just
How
sneak a
are
peek
ya?
through here.
You got my attention. Watch your back.
You guys won't let me. No. Just teleport out of the dungeon. They requeue, they requeue. It might be a longer episode here. I think I still have that 100 gigabytes of storage. I don't know. Like, it's like the universe talking to me. Say, make more videos. Okay, so this seems like a good place because I'll have
What's
to
on
fight
your
path.
mind?
I'll head back to normal.
See you soon.
Welcome.
Might be able to fly directly there.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, time passes and I forget. I research a lot. Like I was researching on like, typically you can only roll over. I think we've talked about this, but you can only roll over, you know, a traditional 401k into an IRA like once a year. Otherwise, you have to pay some sort of income, you know, some sort of tax, whether it's income or capital gains. Just crazy stuff. But compound interest, because the markets are in percentages and everything's in dollars, that's really what compound interest is. And it's also like it doesn't make a lot of sense to me because, like, from a standpoint, I guess because it compounds every day, but like if something goes up $1 and then it goes up another dollar and now you have $2, but because it's in percentages, it like breaks my brain. Like, it's funny. Like, I know a decent amount of investing. I probably consider myself more of like a beginner, more towards intermediate than beginner, but like there's so much stuff that like it just breaks your brain. That's why it's so hard when you first start investing, because like it's almost like you just kind of have to trust the system, like, to an extent. which is also why I don't know if you can make the argument it's not even outside the system, but that's why I invest in Bitcoin, because at least if everything goes down, then I got something. I know gold's gonna be like, China's predicting it's gonna go up to like $30,000 an ounce. So another thing to think about is gold. Not everybody has 4 grand lying around. I'll tell you that right now. Really, I don't either. But something to be said, just buying a bullion or even a smaller amount, just to kind of have. Always good to diversify. I wouldn't really diversify so much when you're first starting out. Stick to S&P, QQQM, which is just the Nasdaq. And then as you start to build, more reserves and whatnot, you get a little bit more comfortable. Once you start hitting around the 100 grand mark, then you can start to diversify a little bit more and more worry about maintaining the wealth. But we're doing good. We're in a good spot. Just need a tank here. What, I want one of these dinosaurs. What level are they? 26? Is this Hillsbrad? Oh, we're at the Highlands. I think I might do a dinosaur or raptor or whatever they're called. So the same. One's more specific than the other. Yeah, there's also gonna be a tariff on Brazilian imports. Absolute bonkers. There's tariff on everybody. Crazy to me though, tariffs. Got literally ruled unconstitutional and we're still like doing that. Standing even half the time. This one will probably be a longer video. Which I figured would be more fun. And I think you can actually hear my audio a little better. Which the first the first I guess like 18 episodes or 19 episodes are pretty brutal. I apologize. So far, so good. We're doing a good job. It's level 44. We got our feigned death now, so we really won't ever die. I'll see you. Level the wetlands. 23. We've been good, some good skinning levels, whatever. Ooh, a lot of them are dead. Maybe someone's questing over here. Probably, I guess. Might have even leveled here on this shot. I think I did. No, I didn't. We had raptors somewhere. I think it was Stranglethorn. So we'll get the satchel of goods. Hopefully we get some agility stuff. Gear was great earlier on. It's still decent though. I mean, still decent. Get rid of the strength. We need agility. Use a better cloak. And that cloak forever. Moreau. The OG. But yeah, I think we're doing good. It's a nice little journey over here. He's in Western, he really should be in Eastern. I really should start moving out of Eastern, honestly, but we'll do the last little set, unless we get the level here in the dungeon. Just need a tank at this point. What's 45 to 50? What's the next area? Maybe somewhere like over here? Blasted Lands, maybe? Swamp of Sorrows. I might be able to hang in Burning Steeps. Oh, Searing Gorge. And the Badlands. So we'll do the Badlands. Okay. I might even consider, depending on how many levels we get, doing that a little even sooner. Level 48's not bad. This is the Badlands? Searing Gorge? I could do Searing Gorge too. Not gonna lie. 48. It's not too difficult. And then there's like an elite here usually. Good. It'd be a little difficult. I guess more levels. Man. That'd be a lot of XP though. I would kill him. I could definitely kill this guy. First health I got 33. Yeah. Ooh. But we are now back in Owen Forest and over to Stormwind. Making good progress. I could have just hearthed there. Such a dummy. It's all my stuff. So we do have a decent bags, and we're inching closer to Netherweave. We gotta get the 14 slots first. I had Netherweave bags on my warrior all the way up until like yesterday, so you can make do with them. They're pretty good. 16 slots is a lot. I'm sure there's a leather. I'm sure there's a leather one. What satchel or something.
How are you?
So I get that at 70. 60.
Safe travels.
A little wasted. Okay, so we open this up. Here we go. Oh, yes. Just talking about getting rid of that. So we will head over to the skinning and leather workbench. Could even buy it. Seems like we'll get another ring. Holders. If I remember correctly, we'll get first aid too. Let's go skip
King's on.
here.
Hey there.
Skinning. Can we get grandma's?
Farewell.
Okay, so
Can I help you?
what can we make? How much heavy load do I have? That much, I think. Maybe I do. Okay, so I'll make some heavy.
Well met.
Have
Help
a
you
good
find
one.
something?
levels. Oh.
Be careful.
Greetings.
Ooh, so we need a lot of stuff. So we've kind of out leveled. Well, maybe not. What is this thing? Heavy. So we need a lot of heavy leather. Stick with this.
Looking
See you
for something
around.
specific?
Get 8 more.
See you around.
I'm looking at the levels.
You need something?
Oh. Maybe 200. Thick armor kit. Which thick armor do I have? I have some thick armor. Really need to get to 200. Need 10 levels. Oh boy.
Be careful.
We're going back to Eastern Plaguelands levels.
Need help?
Is- Huh. Oh, it's only 14? Okay. So let's buy. How many do I have any 14 slot bags? Okay. I'm definitely buying 2. Let's buy 2.
Farewell. Light be with you.
Start selling this stuff. I don't really. Okay. They don't need these anymore. Ooh, it is Direball. Oh, but it's a good piece. 47. Okay. They know we got a warlock. Looks sick. We've had this.
That spell.
Maybe we're not in a terrible, a weird level. It just seems pretty good for us. We'll probably have to go back and stuff up skinning. They do that off screen. Eventually, it'd be pretty boring, honestly, but doesn't matter. Figure it out.
That's still recharging. That's can't pass that yet.
Oops.
That spell is
Greeting. I am honored. Ishnuala.
I got a quest for me kill him? I just right click to accept the quest. I know I was pretty far away.
That spell.
Ooh, that's... Oh, this is... I need it too, so whatever. None of them. Ooh. Really played on that one. Expect to use much damage. Good.
I can't do that.
Only 600 XP. So I'm sure leatherworking will be a bit lagging behind until we at least get it past the classic, which I think is probably, is it 300? Maybe it's 375, maybe it's 450. It's 450. But after that, we should be alright.
That's the only charge. Not ready. I need a target.
Is this really necessary?
That's easy charge. That's the only charge. I can't cast that. That's the only charge. I don't have a target. I'm out of range. Can't cast that. That's
I'm a little unfamiliar with this dungeon. It's been a while since I've been here. I don't know if I was even here on my word, honestly.
I am listening. Good luck, friend.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Very be quiet. Just kind of confused. I don't know if I've ever done this part of Iron Man.
I am honored. Goddess bless you. What brings you here? Go in peace.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
this was a marathon. This was an adventure. Don't miss a boss. Lesson learned. This will probably be a long video. Whatever. Wasn't as efficient, but we'll see.
I need to get closer. That's still recharging. Can't cast that. Can't cast that. That's still recharging. That would be too far away. Do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. That's still That's I can't do that. Need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Can't cast that.
This is great quests.
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
Another dungeon death, but whatever.
I need a target. I can't pass that yet. That's down. Pass that yet.
Love to get 45 for my troubles here. One of those dungeons you do once, and hopefully you never do again. Here's what it is.
Can't cast that yet.
Focus the dot. Serpent sting is very strong.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Ooh, leatherworking.
Oh, sure, it's a little guy.
That's too much.
Okay. Turn in the quests here. Marathon video. Whatever. He's so great if you get a level here. Shoot for Zul'Farrak next episode.
Peace be with you.
But we did good. Sometimes it's a learning process. Sometimes you just gotta stop talking and think. But obviously, you make mistakes along the way, and better for worse. But... Excuse me.
That spell isn't ready yet.
So we'll just leave it at that. That was all the quests. We would have gotten another one, but
Ishnu Dal Dieb. Illumined like your path. May the stars guide you.
okay. Head up. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Next video we'll kind of go through Stormwind, do a little bit of first aid and whatnot, and keep moving. But we made good progress. We're only 20k off 45. So great. Yeah. With that, thanks guys, and see you in the next video.